Chicago to Los Angeles, California. Me, myself, and I, my little girl, and two cats in a 1973 Comet GT, making our way to the land of opportunity. If you ever plan to move west, take the highway, travel my way, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, it winds from Chicago to LA. I know because I drove it myself. More than 2,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, you go through St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City looks mighty pretty. You'll see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona. Don't forget Winona, Kingman, Barstow, San Bernardino. Won't you get hip to this timely tip? When you make that California trip, do it, get your kicks on Route 66. That's all
Good afternoon. Yes, I'm getting my Sunday afternoon party on. As you've heard, I'm on Route 66 already. You are welcome to the ride. And I am Linda Morgan, your host, and you are joining me to this first Sunday of the year. Yes! On Jazzabrations Live here at Morris Media Studios. I'm hearing all kinds of background noise in my speakers, but I'm just going to keep it moving because I don't know what's happening. Now I hear better because there's just a little move around there. Working it out. Welcome, you guys. Welcome to January the 7th, my first show of the year. And I got two phenomenal guests, as always, here with us. As you saw on the microphone, sounds like I'm going in and out, LaRon. I don't know what's happening, but I do hear something different. But I'm just going to keep moving. So y'all tell me what you hear out there on Facebook, on Jazzabrations Live. Tell me if you can hear me clearly. Whether or not I'm going in and out, let me know. But I am so excited to have my wonderful jazz and blues legend here with me today, Miss Brenda Lee Egger.
Yay!
Yes.
Happy New
Thank
Year.
you. Happy New Year, dear. Thank you for joining me this first show of 2018.
Yeah, this is my second performance of the year.
Oh, my God. This is so exciting that I get to see you and hear you. I don't know, LaRon, we got Morris Media up there instead of us, but I'm just hoping that we're working through all the kinks of the new year here.
Yes.
I'm excited. I got LaRon Davidson at the helm, my studio engineer. Yay! Thank you, LaRon, for rocking with us. I even have my son, Aaron Morgan, in the studio with us today. Hey, Aaron, thank you for rolling with us. That was Route 66. We're on a road. We're on a ride, and we just went down Route 366. Okay, so that's Miss Brenda Lee Egger's cut that we opened up with. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that's on my Starting Over album, and it was produced by Billy Mitchell.
Cut on.
Yeah, it's produced by Billy Mitchell, and great musicians on it. Quentin Denard, Kevin Toney.
That's all right.
Not Bobby Lau. Rodriguez.
Bobby Rodriguez?
Bobby Rodriguez.
Yes.
And some more wonderful
artists on there.
Artists.
Well, you know, I as we was chatting before we got on the air, I honored you in June of 2014.
Yes, yeah.
And that was one of the most amazing honorings for me because we were at Barbara Morrison's at the community build there, and we did it in the garden.
Yes,
and I believe there were 14 or 16 of you at that time.
I think so. Yeah.
That was the big H.B. Barnum, Eloise Laws, Ruth Price.
Right.
All of you were honored. That's the one picture that I have on my desk of us being out there in the garden.
Yes, that was an awesome day.
Oh, my God. And I am so incredibly humbled that to date, God has allowed me to honor 138 jazz and blues legends.
That many of us still here. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Of those, 13 have gone home. You know, so I pay homage to them every now and then. I think about them and bring them up in my conversations. But today, this is all about you.
Okay.
We played that first song. So where were you born?
I was born in Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile, Alabama.
Fred Wesley and I are like the people of, Fred Wesley and Brenda Yeager. They're from Mobile, Alabama, you know.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
So we laugh about that a lot.
All the time?
Fred and I do.
And where is he located? He's out here too?
No, he lives in South Carolina, but he was born in Mobile too.
Okay, great. Now, how many children do you have?
I have a daughter who's married and a wonderful son-in-law, and I have 2 beautiful grandkids.
Okay, and your daughter lives here in California?
They all live here, and my grandkids are wonderful musicians too.
Oh, great. Did you tell them to call in and say hello to you today?
I did not. The baby is getting ready to go back to college, and I don't know where the older one is because he's out of college now working.
Okay.
So, he's a young man on the town.
That's all right, because I posted it on your Facebook page, so people can call in and say welcome and talk to us and say hello.
Yes, I'd love to hear from some of my peeps.
Yes, and that number is 323-293-3375. Call in and let us know what you'd like to say to us today. So now, when did you arrive in California from Alabama?
Well, it was a trip from Alabama to Chicago, and from Chicago to Los Angeles. I went to Chicago, got married, and my daughter was born during that time. And joined the Civil Rights Movement with Reverend Jesse Jackson. That's a whole nother story.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a wonderful story. Am I to keep talking?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
No.
And we went to, from there I met Jerry Butler. I started singing. I started singing and with Operation Breadbasket, which I'm one of 4 girls who Jesse Jackson named us the Piperettes of Freedom because we traveled with him in every city that your black officials were elected for the first time. We were there.
Wow. That's some history for Women's Month.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, we would go into, just to give you a little tidbit of it, we would go in, Jesse would say, okay, we're going to New Jersey because we're going to get Kenneth Gibson elected for mayor. He's running, first black mayor running for mayor. So we'd go there on a Monday, and we'd end up early in the morning doing a rally where Jesse would speak and we girls would sing with a 16-piece orchestra. We all would hop a bus or a plane and go to those cities.
Oh.
Well, when we get done with that, about 9 o'clock, we take to the streets. And we go door to door, and I knock on the door and said, hi, my name is Brenda Yeager, and I'm here from Chicago with Reverend Jesse Jackson, and we want you to, are you registered? They said, no, we need you to register because we're here to get your mayor elected. And every city we did that, we got them elected.
Oh, my God. I mean, that is amazing.
It was an amazing time for us. there's something really happening about that I can't talk about right now. But
okay, well,
but
yes.
Look for it next year. Look for something really, really nice.
Positive. That she'll be back to tell us about that next year.
Yes, I will.
So, what age did you start singing?
Oh, that's easy. I was 3 years old. My daddy put me up on a shoebox at the church, and I would take my bow, and I would start to sing.
Oh, so you're a preacher kid?
No, a deacon's kid.
Okay. PK. Well, great. I don't know what's happening. I am hearing echoes in my ear, but I'll fix that on the break.
Okay.
So, who were some of your influences in singing?
Oh, honey, that's so easy to say. In my show, I do tribute to these ladies. But the first influence was Mahalia Jackson.
Yes.
Because at where I lived, my dad moved us back to a place called Lower Peachtree, Alabama. Well, that's a country. That's really, really way back in the country. And I used to tell people, that's where all the peaches grow. But I worked the cotton fields. I worked pulling corn, peaches, and pears, and feeding hogs, feeding dogs, pulling grass, chopping grass, picking cotton, all of that I did. And my mother would let me come out of the field to hear my favorite singers. And that was Mahalia. The second one was Sarah Vaughan.
OMG. Now, she would let you come out when they came to town?
No, when they came on the radio.
Oh, okay.
She would yell over, Brenda Marie, that's my middle name, your favorite singer is on the radio. And I'd
go running.
I'd run just to hear her say, and I recorded it too. It's on that album, Broken Hearted Melody.
Well, you know what? So let's just go right on into that one. Let's hear that. Broken Hearted Melody. And we're going to come back and finish up this story. Broken Hearted Melody. Just broke right into that number because you was talking about it.
Isn't that something?
Absolutely. And this was one of the songs that you just.
Well, let me tell you why I love that song. Her colors in her voice, and me being a voice coach and a teacher voice and stuff like that. When I intuitively heard the movement of her voice and how she went in and out of octaves. Mm-hmm. It was like she was painting pictures with her voice. So that I got from her when I do bro. That's from one octave to another and back down.
Wow. It's amazing. That's a great song.
Smooth, yes. That was her first pop hit. That was a hit.
Oh, wow.
Big hit
and
for her.
That was for Sarah, right?
For Sarah Vaughan.
For Sarah Vaughan.
Yes.
Well, that was an amazing cut, and I'm glad you did it.
Me too.
Do you have any relatives in the business? Other than your grandsons?
Well, I do. I have a cousin in Detroit who sings with Dwele, and that's a big compliment. He's the voice. He sings all the songs with Dwele. And I have another cousin, his sister, that has been singing with the Gaither family for a long time. That's a gospel. Mm-hmm. And I can't think of anybody else right now. A lot of them can sing, but this
They
did
just
not.
won't. Right.
Yeah.
That's what
My daughter sings beautifully, but she chose not to.
And that's what my friend tells
Do
me
it.
all the time. The difference between you and them is they did and you won't. You can sing too. I'm like, yeah, okay, honey. Sure, right. So, since being awarded the Jazz Living Legend Award in 2014, how has this award impacted you in any way?
Well, you know, I've been like an R&B and blues singer, and with a hint of some jazz, but now it's like I am totally loving jazz. I mean, I like to do all music, but if I can get me a three-piece, my band three-piece, and just cope with some jazz, girl, it's awesome.
Absolutely.
I love every facet of music, but I love the comfort of jazz. I can totally rest in it. I can totally be comfortable in it, and kind of when I sing a jazz song, I kind of just let it take me. I don't force anything. I just kind of be there and just see what happens.
Where it takes you, where it goes.
It never comes out the same way. It never comes out the same way.
And
it's
that's the
always
improvisation of it.
Yes, it's always new and it's always fresh. Even coming from me, it's always like, wow, it came from a different place.
Exactly.
And that makes it so much fun.
Yes, indeedy, dear. And now, if you could sing with somebody current, who would you sing with currently, male or female?
Oh.
And then think about somebody who has gone on, who in the past that you wish you could have sung with.
Okay, past is easy. Let's see. Today.
What about Gregory Porter?
Yes. I'll go right there. That would work.
Yes.
Yeah, that would work.
I listen to him all the time. That's why I'm just saying.
Smooth.
Yes. And now someone in the past?
Sarah,
you would have
loved to sit on a stool and sing with Sarah.
Wow, she was amazing.
And Dinah too. You know, I love Dinah. Dinah was the next one I was going to mention.
Have you done any of her songs? Not on there.
It's not on that album, but I sing. Okay. I sing her songs every show on my jazz show.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Now let me ask you this: are you doing any upcoming shows?
I just did a show New Year's Eve, but it's the other thing that I'm working on. Okay, it's a documentary of my life.
Absolutely.
But we're really working on that now. Our producer. We go to New York and Chicago and LA to film, and we're not finished with the film, but hopefully in the next 3 months we'll finish that up.
Well, I'd love to be a part of helping to promote it to the world.
Well, we will want everyone to help promote it to the world.
Absolutely,
because I think it's a wonderful, wonderful film. It's just, and we're getting praises from everybody, and we haven't even finished it yet, but we've got a lot of people, major people involved.
Absolutely. Well, I can't wait for that. Other question. How do people follow you online? Do you have a website?
Just go to BrendaLeeAger.com.
Brenda Lee Ager.
Brenda Lee Ager. Now, let me spell my name because a lot of people go and
add a D.
Right. Either add a D or they'll say A-G. It's spelled eager. Brenda Lee Eager. Like, I'm eager to know you. I'm eager for you to call in and talk to me. I'm eager. I'm eager to live. I'm eager to be alive. You know, my history teacher in class used to say, Eager, if you don't stop, you're going to flunk this class.
And that's E-A-G-E-R.
Oh, you got it, girl. You got it. Right.
Well, absolutely. So, how would you, this is a question that somebody said, oh, don't ask that. Some say do. But I think people would want to know, how would you like to be remembered?
As a servant to mankind.
Absolutely. Somebody who gave their all.
In my talents, with my talents, let me be a gift to the world. Let me be someone who try to make it better than what it was before I came.
Absolutely.
And my motto is to love every living thing on the planet.
Absolutely.
Because we're all one.
Yes.
Life is one. Life is in every living thing.
Yes, it is.
You know? Now, we can call that life God. We can call it anything we want. But it is life, and it is love.
Absolutely. Are you doing any vocal classes anywhere?
Yes, I'm doing them privately now.
Privately? If you are out there and you want to learn how to sing, you can go to Brenda Lee Egger's website, brendaleeegger.com,
right,
to sign up for her private vocal lessons. You can also see her on Facebook, Brenda Lee Egger, and I know she has Brenda Lee Egger Music.
Right.
Reach out to them. I don't know how many numbers because I didn't do my research, my homework yet, but go on there. Somebody go on there that's watching us live and post on my Facebook live stream how many friends she has on her page and how many friends she has on her fan page. Just post me the numbers, somebody. Even if my son do that, go to Brenda Lee Egger on Facebook. She's my friend. See how many friends she have, and then go to her page, her fan page, and tell me how many likes she has. Because the goal of these shows is to increase the awareness of who you are to my generation.
Yeah.
Because my generation, we're in our 50s. We come up on this smooth jazz.
Right.
You know, I came up in the smooth jazz festivals world. That's how I got started and introduced to this by Al Williams in Long Beach Jazz Festival, 2004.
Yeah.
And, you know, so my generation, we don't really understand and know the roots, who produced the fruits.
Right. In my vocal classes, I want to just kind of express this point. I'm not there to teach you just how to sing. I'm here to teach art. We're going on a journey together to find that space of giving from yourself through your voice. Now you're going to learn to sing.
Oh, I need to take this.
But you're gonna be a different person because you're gonna open. Your heart has got to be open. I always tell every student to come through the door. You got to open your heart and then be naked. You got to be naked from any kind of fear. You got to be naked from anything anybody's ever taught you or said to you about what you could not do. And you got to trust me and trust yourself, because the very idea that you came to me or you want to take voice lessons means that there is a singer in you.
There's a singer there.
There's a force.
Honey, it's coming out.
Yes. No. So we can take different routes within to pull it up. And once we pull it up, we can shape it and mold it and make a beautiful voice.
Absolutely.
But you got to be willing to go deep, because to be an artist, you got to be naked. You got to put yourself out there and say, this is who I am. This is it.
Yes.
I came to give myself
to
you. I can't hide anything. If I'm hiding something, first of all, you'll know it.
Right. As a student,
you'll, or as an audience. Mm-hmm. If you're not giving 100%, your audience knows it. They might not. Oh, they'll say something like, "Oh, she sounded good tonight, but there was something,
missing.
Oh, she sounded pretty good, but she made me feel
a certain way.
She made me feel good about myself. She made me feel that I can do something of my dreams, whether it's singing or whatever. But it's always to go within and pull up that wonderful gift that you have.
And you have such a wonderful gift, because I'm going to go into the next song to hear this wonderful gift of your music so that our listening audience can know exactly what you're talking about. LaRon going to take us into something, and we'll be right back.
Okay,
thank you for tuning in to us here on Jazzabrations Live. I'm your host, Linda Morgan. We'll be right back.
Ooh. sultry summer night. The ocean breeze dances with the trees, and I'm lying here by your side. I feel a rush every time you touch me. My heart's pounding, head spinning like a top. My body aches, my pulse accelerates. You've started something, baby, that I just can't stop. Like the waves of the ocean, love is in motion, moving to the rhythm of a heartbeat. No hang-ups, no holding back. My love flows free from me to you, babe, from you to me. Let it flow, baby.
Are y'all jamming with me on this Sunday afternoon? She said she wrote this one day walking on the beach. Tell us about that.
Well, I used to be smart enough to go to the beach every day and walk to keep my weight down, all that stuff. I'm going to go back to that. But this particular morning, my friend Marcel East did a strumming on a guitar, and that little figure kept going over and over in my head. And I started walking on the beach like the waves of the ocean. Love is in motion, moving to the rhythm of my heartbeat. No hang-ups, no holding back. My love flows free from you to
me. Oh my God, those are incredible words.
It's only talking about not holding back in a relationship. You know, you've been so frightened because you've been hurt. Mm-hmm. But this person is making you feel so good. You think, I'm dropping all my guards, baby.
I have done that many times, y'all. My heart is like an open door. Yeah. Just come on in, slam.
Well, you know what? It's always good to keep your heart open.
Yes. I got that.
Always.
I learned that at a very young age.
Yeah.
And so I've been able to continually to always have love in my life because of that one thing you just said right there.
Keep your heart open.
Yes.
And that's the space of God. You got to keep.
And it don't matter because if they get their hand slammed, they just get their hand slammed in the door. But you just keep it open. I appreciate that 100%. Listen, y'all. All of Brenda's music is available via CD Baby, Amazon, all of it. Just Google. Remember, I always tell you to Google Brenda Lee. Remember, Eager, E-A-G-E-R. Look for her online. So it has been my pleasure.
Mine too.
Having you here, welcoming you into the studio. You're going to come back and
Absolutely.
We're going to do more and more.
Yeah, because, you know, once I get started, there's so much. I'm 70 years old. And so there's so much history that I would love. Well, it's going to be in the movie, so.
Absolutely. Yeah. But you know what? In segue to our second interviewee, it's going to be very important that they know, y'all know, hey, how God works. See?
Yes.
We are going to my second guest in a minute. We're going to come back. We're going to play some of Brenda's music as we go into the break again. And we're going to come back with my second guest. But Brenda is going to be very instrumental in what we're about to talk about in the second half of this show.
All right.
Walk it out.
Walk it out.
Just remember that, y'all. Write it down. Walk it out. You know how I always get out there and I walk. But on Saturday mornings, when I go into my dance studio, that's what we're about to talk about right now next. Awesome. So stay tuned.
Awesome.
Come back. You can still call in to 323-293-3375 and say hello to us because Brenda's going to be here until we're over at 4. So call in if you want to and say something. But we're going to go into Brenda's song, another song on her album as we go into break, as we switch out to our second guest. Thank you for riding with us here on Jazzabrations Live on this Sunday afternoon. We'll be right back.
decide, take it easy. Oh, but your love was much too strong. I'm added to your chain, chain, chain. I'm added to your chain, 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 chain. Chain, chain, chain.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to our first show of the year. You're rolling with Linda Morgan on Jazzabrations Live. We started out with Route 66, and we're still on that route as we mosey on into our second hour here this first Sunday Jazzabrations Live radio show. My first guest and I were phenomenal. I hope you tuned in and saw me and talking to my jazz and blues legend, Miss Brenda Lee Egger. And God works in such mysterious ways that I don't question it when it happened. I don't talk about it. I just let it flow because that's how he rolls with me. Well, anyway, my second guest and I have been talking about how we can infuse jazz and yoga. As most of y'all know, on Saturday mornings at 8 o'clock in the morning, that place that I'm at, and I time in and I let you, I wish I had that video to show. I may, at the break, pull up one of my videos from me being at this place and show you what I'm talking about. But we'll do that in a minute. But Miss Carly, the owner of Crenshaw Yoga and Dance, is here in the studios with me. Thank you, Miss Carly.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. So me and Miss Carly have been toying around with this idea of jazz fusion, jazz yoga fusion, and how we can have a jazz fusion yoga class at her place and location. And we're going to, at the break, you're going to see the studio and we're going to talk about that. Welcome. Welcome to our first Sunday radio station, Miss Carly.
Well, it's my honor to have you inviting me here.
Absolutely. Now, Miss Carly owns Crenshaw, as you saw on the flyer, Crenshaw Yoga and Dance Studios. It is an incredible space right on 54th and Crenshaw, in between 54th and 57th. And I always walk there from home because I live on Lamert Boulevard, and I just walk there, walk to my class on Saturday mornings, and work out for a straight hour. But we want to invite all of our jazz audience into this space for some jazz and yoga fusion. So I need somebody to call in and tell me your idea, what you think about that. Do you think it can work? Because we're going to make it work in 2018. And it's so amazing how God works is because Brenda had approached me as I do my walks and was telling me about a song that she wrote. Remember when I told you guys I was waiting on this song and I was trying to figure out how I'm going to get this song on when I'm walking? Well, Brenda Lee Egger's Walk It Out song, which I'm going to bring on in a minute because I got it in my phone somewhere. I just got to get it transferred to you, Lorraine, when we go to break. We're going to work it out. Become our stellar song for this fusion event, this jazz fusion event. All I need to do, Brenda, is put you in there with a trio, and we're going to make it happen. And so that is how God works and puts things together in our life. So we're going to go to a break really quickly because I want you guys to see the studio. LeBron's going to put up the studio pictures on this break as we continue to listen to Brenda Lee Egger's CD. How about that? Good. We're going to play some music and we're going to look at the studio. So envision coming and doing jazz, coming and doing yoga in this space with us, Miss Carly and Miss Brenda and me, and we're going to create this space for us. We'll be right back. Take a look at this studio. Wonderful pictures as we listen to some more cuts on Brenda Lee Egger's album.
Someday he'll come along, the man comes my way, I'll do my best to make him stay. He'll look at me and smile. I will understand. And in a little while, he will take my hand. And although it seems absurd, we won't say a word. Maybe I'll meet him Sunday, maybe Monday, maybe not. Oh, but I'm sure to meet him one day, maybe Tuesday will be my good news day. We will build a little home for just us two, from which I will never roam. Who would you? And throughout all the stars above, I'm waiting for the man I love. Maybe I'll meet him Sunday, maybe Monday, maybe not. Oh, but I'm sure to meet him one day, maybe Tuesday will be my good news day. We'll build a little home for just us two, from which I will never roam. Who would you? And throughout all the stars above, I'm waiting for the man.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. As we continue to listen to the sounds of jazz and blues legend Brenda Lee Egger on my second segment here with my guest, Miss Carly of Crenshaw Yoga and Dance. I was taking a longer break because I was trying to find that video of me working it out at the Crenshaw Yoga, but we couldn't seem to get it out, but that's okay. So if you go to my Facebook page, somewhere down there, scroll down, you'll see where I go on Saturday mornings and work out. So, nobody's calling in? Is the phone on? Okay. Is the phone working? Y'all better call in 323-293-3375. Give us a call. Let us know what you think about the Jazz Yoga Fusion. Would you take Lamont? Somebody's calling? No? Okay. That's all right. So we'll still be here. But that is what we're thinking about doing, Miss Carly.
Correct.
Is fusing some yoga with some live jazz music. Can you imagine just stretching to some wonderful jazz? Yeah, see these arms?
On the web for is what we're thinking about doing. Miss Carly correct is using some yogurt with some live jazz music. Can you?
Okay, Siri just took off, y'all. That was Siri. I didn't touch the phone. I didn't say nothing. Siri just started talking. Now, you know, that is amazing. That Siri just started talking. Exactly. So tell us a little bit about Crenshaw Yoga and Dance. How long have you owned it?
I have it for 14 years now.
14 years here in the community, right here on Crenshaw between 54th and 57th.
First, I started with just one studio space. Now I have expanded to 4 studio space. The largest one you saw in the picture is 2,500 square foot. You know, that's the one I want to use it when we have the Jazz Yoga Fusion.
Absolutely. You guys, this is, and these spaces are available to have events as well, right, Miss Carly?
Correct.
So she is available to rent out these spaces. It's a nice location. There's a parking lot right to the north of it that Metro so wonderfully graced us with because of all the construction. So we have a parking spaces.
That's it. And it's in 54 and Crenshaw, the corner. And it's only take 3 minutes to walk down to the studio.
Correct.
And the parking lot right now is provided by Metro, but I heard that the city of LA have already bought that lot. So eventually, I hope and I pray that they're going to make a parking lot for us, for all the community over there.
Correct. For all the businesses to be able to have parking, you know, because it's limited in that area. So parking is very much needed. So that's a great idea.
Yes. And also without the parking, you know, the business is very hard to survive.
Correct.
There, you know.
So Metro, if you're listening, anybody out there on Metro listening to this show, we're going to petition all of the neighborhood councils and city councils because that's my other background. I just don't like for it to come out. Every now and then it had to come out. We need a parking space there. If we're going to create these wonderful events at this place in studio, we need to be able to have parking for over 100 people. So Metro, I know a few of you over there. I will be contacting you now that I know that this is something that we need. But let's make that a parking structure for the community. So we're going to go into another cut as we continue to show you guys this space that is available for rentals for your events. Think about when you look at the spaces that we're going to put the pictures up for me, Lamont. We're going to talk about how you can come in and envision your parties, stop going to the hotels. Y'all know who I'm talking to. You got a wonderful space right here in the community that you can rent out for reasonable prices and have your wonderful events in a undisclosed place. So we're going to play another one of my Jazz and Blues Legends cuts as we come back and we're going to talk about it. So think about it. Look at the space. Envision you there in 2018 because we're going to be there doing jazz and yoga.
Okay.
For a parent to their children, and for a lover to a lover. Prettier than the reddest rose of spring, as it kisses a morning dew. My darling, you so much lovelier than a summer sun when the evening comes, as it dances out of you. Brighter than heaven's brightest star, lighting up the darkest night. You light my world with your smile. Life without you wouldn't be worthwhile. I want you to know that I love you so. Still I can't believe someone so beautiful loving me. A face like an angel, a heart of gold, a radiant soul sent from up above for me to love. You are more than beautiful, baby. You are more than beautiful. Oh yeah, I know you are heaven sent. Oh, ooh, still I can't believe.
Welcome back to Jazzabrations Live. I'm your host, Linda Morgan, and we're here at Morris Media Studios, the first Sunday of the year for Jazzabrations Live. Did you guys just see that? Did you envision your event, your participation in that space, having something? It may not be jazz and yoga, which we're doing, but some intimate party that you want to plan. This is the perfect space for that. That's why I invited Miss Carly to come on, because our first Sunday is all music jam. Everything, all of my radio shows, yes, it got jam on the end. You know why? Because this is all about me talking about music in all facets. I started out doing just jazz and blues, but I got so many friends that do gospel and R&B and soul and everything other than sun. So I had to create a space for everybody. So I made a calendar. First Sundays is all music jazz jam. Second Sunday, next Sunday I'll have two of my blues legends. I am so excited. Curtis Kirk and Rosalie Brooks will be with me here next Sunday. Two phenomenal blues legends. My third Sunday is Small Business Sunday, because I am a small entrepreneur, small business entrepreneur. So I got to give them some space as well. So I have a scholarship foundation that's coming on and talk about their fundraising efforts. Fourth Sunday, I go back to my jazz legends, and I'm trying to get as many of them on and recorded in this year's space time that I'm here as I'm doing these recordings. And then the fifth Sunday, because y'all all know, I got a 16-year-old. Okay. So I'm involved in his school probably more than I'm involved in jazz and blues, y'all. Y'all just don't know. So I'm part of an African-American parent study group. And so I've given them the fifth Sundays of the month. There's only 4 of them in the year. Those will be dedicated to them coming on and talking about our parent needs within LAUSD. So that's how I kind of formulated the Sundays, to keep it so that people can tune in on what is important to them. Whether it's you being an entrepreneur, you tuning into jazz or to blues or to R&B and soul, because I got so many friends that are in all those genres. Get ready, Marva Smith, because she don't want to be blues, she don't want to be jazz, she just want to be her soul. Okay, you right, you got it, I got you. Come on and be on 2018 with me. Not a problem. Right. So as I sit here and we talk about the wonderful community of the Crenshaw Yoga Jazz and Studios, did you know, and I'm going to throw this out there, Michael Jones is now the Crenshaw Chamber of Commerce president.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
He and I are Toastmasters together. So they will eventually be holding their meetings at my church. So that's something that's coming in work. Ha ha. Yeah, Crenshaw Chamber coming to my church. Yes. Okay. So, these are just business opportunities that you get to talk about and to get to share with everybody that we are all in this together. Let's work. Let's make 2018 the best that we can make it. And so if you're interested in renting out Carly's space, Carly, tell them your number so that they can call you directly or go online and fill out the forms or whatever is necessary.
Yes. Crenshaw Yoga, the address is 5426 Crenshaw Boulevard, and my website is crenshawyogaanddance.org, and my email is crenshawyoga@gmail.com, and the telephone is 323-294-7148. And if you don't, ring a few times, you don't have any answer, continue hold on the phone because they will route to my cell phone. So eventually I will get your message.
And let her know that you found out from being and talking about it on Jazzabrations Live. So all that adds value to what we're doing. And so the more people that call and reach out, the more we can have more things happening in the community.
That's right. And last year, actually, I'm very active working with the Chambers of Commerce, too. And we even host a tax credit kind of seminar from the Sacramento, they call that, and at my studio. So I would like eventually Crenshaw Yoga become a community center. People can come in and use it in all kind of occasion.
Absolutely. It has possibilities that you guys can't even imagine. Just envision the photos and envision what you see for yourself in your business and for what you do. You can transform it. Okay, think about movie studios. They take a warehouse and they transform it into a wonderful place. You wouldn't even imagine once you've seen it. So, I'm part of the City Club. I cannot wait till our party, January 27th. Well, they take the City Club and they just transform it into something. So I'm looking forward to that. But same concept, taking a space and transforming it into what you want it to be. So we are down to our last 5 minutes. We're going to hear some more music. Go ahead. Yes.
I would like to also let everybody know that my studio is all well equipped, and it have its sound system, and also have the internet, and also screen, and you can do PowerPoint. We got screen
meetings, business meetings. Yes.
And when it comes to dancing, we have professional dance floor. They call it floating floor. The whole studio is wood floor. So it's good for dancer. And recently, I just host Wallace Art Foundation. They use my studio and do rehearsing with the play. They just finished playing in Beverly Hills. It's called Heart of the Robin Hood. And they use my studio for rehearsing the play. So that is multi-use, in my studio space.
Absolutely, because she has the poles like for real ballet dancers in the room, where you put your leg up there and you exercise. All of that is in the studio. So I am so excited. I'm grateful. I'm glad that you came and shared this with my new community, my jazz community, so that they can understand that my participation will be jazz yoga fusion. Say that with me, y'all. Jazz yoga fusion. So we will be infusing yoga with live jazz. I cannot wait. I am so excited. Stay tuned for that. Follow us on Facebook. Follow all of us on Facebook. Crenshaw Yoga and Dance have a Facebook page, I'm sure. Of course, Jazzabrations Live. We have our Facebook page, and Brenda Lee Egger has her Facebook page. So look out for that coming up in 2018. We're going to get fit and stay fit in 2018 with some jazz yoga, y'all. If you are in the yoga community, reach out to me because I'd like to hear your thoughts on what you think about infusing yoga with jazz. This is the idea that we're coming up with. But give me, if you're already a yoga, you go to yoga places and you would think that this would work for you, reach out to me. If you want to call me, 562-762-6441 is my cell phone number directly. Oh my God, I put that out on it. Oh, take it back. Can't put too late, can't take it back. But I don't even care because I've had that number for many years and I'm not changing it. So I don't care. I know how to deal with you trollers and you spammers and everybody else. So yes, call us and give us some feedback. Let us know. We understand that, I think our phone line was broke today because nobody called. I'm just kidding. Because we've had lots of people who said they would call in and tell us something. But anyway, it's been a great ride. We're going to go out in style with one of Brenda's last cuts as we talk about jazz. What'd I say? Jazz, yoga, fusion. Think about that in 2018 in that space, Crenshaw, yoga and dance on 54th between 57th and 54th on Crenshaw. We'll be back with you next Sunday with two of our blues legends, Curtis Kirk and Miss Rosalie Brooks. Thank you for going on this Route 66 with us as we started out. Hey, take us home, LaRon. It's been our pleasure. 1 hour goes fast. I want to do 2 hours. That's what I want to do. I want to do 2 hours. My mind says 2 hours, but my pocketbook ain't feeling it right now. But just, if you want to support me and help me to go to 2 hours, you know how to get me. Help me to take this show to 2 hours because it goes by so fast, as you guys have seen here on the ride, that a lot has to be communicated. And I want to do some live jazz and blues right here.
There's a piano over here.
Yes. So let's envision that with me. Won't y'all envision that? 2 hours, 1 hour interviews, 1 hour of live music back here on our wonderful platform. Thank you for tuning in. Come on, LaRon, take us out with some more Brenda Lee Egger, who's available for purchase on all of the CD platform. You guys see you next Sunday, January 14th. Ooh. Oh. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. Oh, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Stand by me when I'm all alone and I need someone. Will you stand by me? If the sky that we look upon should crumble and fall, the mountains should crumble down to the sea.